Hello, this video is about harmonics on the cello. This is a fundamentals video about the first kinds of harmonics that you can learn to play, and then how to tune your cello using harmonics, which is a super valuable skill. A harmonic is a note that gets produced by not pushing the string all the way down. It's high. This is the principles of how the partials or overtones are pulled out of the cello. I'm not going to talk about how and why that happens in this video. I'm going to just show you where you can find some harmonics on your cello. The first one that you're going to find is number 1 on the PDF that you can go download. Put your thumb in the curve of the neck. This is going to be 4th position. And actually, I'm going to start on the D string, which is the 2nd measure on your PDF. And you can find this A, first finger. Put your thumb in the curve of the neck. Your first finger is right on top of it. And check it with your open A string. And if you get a note that matches, then what you do, you can press down solid and then lift your finger up so you're still touching the string. And this note should ring out. It takes a little bit of just finesse and feeling to figure out how to get that note to sound. You need to push your finger on the string but not even halfway, like just touching but touching firmly, and you need to pull your bow pretty fast to make the note ring out. So this note is sounding 1 octave above that note. It's an A, but an octave higher than where you stuck your finger. You can do this on all the strings. That's an E plus a high E, D plus a 1 octave higher D. So there's harmonics across that you can play if you stick your finger in that zone. If your harmonic isn't sounding, probably it means your finger's not really in the right place, or you're pushing down too hard with your finger, or you're not pulling your bow fast enough. If I try to do it with a slow bow, that doesn't sound like this, because my bow's going too slow. So the only difference I made just there, I didn't change anything else except I made my bow not go slow and squishy, fast and light. If I push my finger down too far, then it also doesn't ring because I'm not catching the harmonic. It's definitely a feeling of catching that sound, that ringing sound. Okay, so then the next harmonic that you learn is called a half string harmonic, and it is found halfway. If you measure your cello from the bridge to halfway, bridge to here, this is the note that happens halfway. You reach your 3rd finger out. Generally, we use our 3rd finger for this harmonic. This is called the half string harmonic, and it's going to sound like this. It sounds the same whether you push it down or play it harmonic. If you can't find that quite yet, you can go back to your 4th position. Remember, that was with the curve in the neck, first finger's on top of your thumb. If you put your 4th finger down and then reach past it, this note is a whole step above where your 4th finger is, and it sounds 1 octave above the A. It sounds the same as that A over there, and that's how we're going to tune. There's a little target practice idea on number 3 on the PDF, which basically has you playing a D in 1st position, and then practicing getting your hand to the half string harmonic on the D string. This is the A string. This is the D string. Same note, totally different place on the cello. So that's a little practice if you want to do that. I'm not going to spend very much time on that because I want to talk about tuning. So when we're tuning the cello, what we need to do is get the A string in tune with something, with a tuner, with a piano. If you're in an orchestra with someone giving you an A, it might be a violin or a cello or an oboe. and you get your A in tune. So I tuned my A already to something, tuner or something. And then this method, I'm going to untune my cello for a sec. This is a method where you can check your strings against each other without needing to have a tuner. And this is really useful when you are in a group and it's either awkward or you forgot your tuner. You get your A organized with whoever else is playing, and then I play my half string harmonic on the A string, and then I move my hand over to, my thumb is staying in the same place, my thumb's in the curve of the neck, I reach out, I go above my thumb, harmonic on the D string, so that one's flatter. I tuned my cello, I untuned my cello, and I say, okay, my D string's flat to my A. I don't want to change my A because my A is what I'm referring to. My D is still flat. And I get that till it sounds as good as I can get it. Then, maybe I went too far. And obviously, as you're learning how to do this, you can check with a tuner also. So then I am going to now tune my D string to my G string. So I'm alleging that my D and my A sound good. So I'm going to take this harmonic, my third finger harmonic on the D string. And now I'm going to play on top of my thumb with my first finger on the G string. It's a little sharp on the G, just very slightly. So remember, this is there's my D, this is on the G string, which is sounding an octave above. That's why it sounds the same. A little sharp, so I'm going to turn that down with my fine tuners. I usually go back and forth a bunch of times, adjusting and trying it till I get something I like. And then the third set, because there are going to be 3 sets of these, is the G string, the half string harmonic on G, and the 4th position harmonic on C. You may not be able to get your cello perfectly in tune that way, but you'll be able to get it pretty close, and the more you practice, the better you'll get at it. It's also just great to be able to do this, to be able to be quick at it. This is another kind of target practice, finding your harmonic in both places. I'm keeping my thumb in place, I'm not touching the cello, I'm just reaching out and reaching back. You can't really stretch it, so don't try. It's a reaching situation, and you should do it with this reaching back and forth so that you get good at the placement of those notes. Okay, it's something you definitely have to practice. If you just tune every day that way, and then you can check with a tuner afterwards, but start trying to train your ear and trying to train your hand to find your harmonic notes. Good luck!